And with Disney's new streaming service, Disney Plus days away from joining the long list of the other subscription services. Is it best for you to keep your current bundle, or should you unbundle? That is the question. Tuna Amobi, Senior Media and Entertainment Analyst at CFRA Research, joins us now to talk about that. Good to see you, Tuna. Welcome back.
Thanks, Sue.
Good
afternoon.
You say that the bottom line is bundling is not going to go away. Why?
I think it's hard to kind of imagine a scenario where the traditional bundle as we know it today is going to go away, just simply because it's hard to replicate that synthetic bundle with the streaming offerings. What you're likely to see is consumers becoming more and more selective and focusing on those services that they watch the most, and also keep in mind that most of the offerings today that we have are actually not offering live television, so a lot of on-demand content, sports, etc. You have hybrid services like Hulu. So I think you're going to see more and more, kind of shift towards these newer offerings, but not necessarily fully replicate the traditional bundle.
Reed Hastings, the CEO of Netflix, made an interesting point. He was a speaker at yesterday's New York Times Deal Book Conference, and he was asked about all the competition out there in streaming and otherwise. And here's what he said. Listen to this.
People will subscribe to a couple services the way that they subscribe to a couple news services. But then in terms of time, that's the real competition. The tricky thing in this streaming war is, Apple and Disney's not going to break out revenue for the service. And you'll hear some subscriber numbers, but you can just bundle things in, so that's not going to be that relevant. So the real measurement will be time. How do consumers vote with their evenings? And do they end up watching what mix of all the services?
We focus so much on price and whether people want to unbundle because of the high price of bundling at this point. But will people have enough time to watch all that they can subscribe to? He makes a good point, don't you think?
It does. Actually, it was making a lot of sense. Time is always going to be a constraint, but I don't think that with the pricing that we've seen for some of these services, I think it really affords the consumer the option to pick and choose and actually to mix it up. We can foresee people subscribing to anywhere from 4 to 6 offerings and still be significantly where the price of the traditional bundle is today. What they gain is the ability to, in some ways, create their own synthetic bundle, but they're also able to significantly save from what they're paying today. A lot of those trends are also secular, broadband growth in international markets as well. That's why you see a lot of companies looking internationally where those trends are just in the early innings.
From what we see now, which companies do you think will be the winners and which have more challenges?
Sue, I think the way that we like to frame this streaming war is not necessarily playing out in one big battle. We see potential winners and losers across various fronts where we're seeing, for example, subscription video on demand, where Disney is a player as well as Netflix. We'd pick them in that category. The sports, of course, Disney is going to be very formidable. And then you have, other areas like, hardware and streaming hub, the likes of Roku. And even Comcast playing in the advertising space, AVOD, and might be a player as well. So it's going to be compartmentalized streaming wars is what we like to think about that.
Tuna, thank you very much. Tuna Amobi with CFRA Research.
Thank you.